Thanks for tuning in to High on Horror. I'm Drew.
And I'm John. This episode and every future episode is dedicated to all the horror hounds and smokers out there who want to expand their knowledge of the genre and have a good time.
Today we delve into Man vs. Monster, A Hard Place, a gripping crime thriller that descends into a harrowing nightmare. We'll also explore the latest from visionary filmmaker M. Night Shyamalan, whose upcoming project now has an official title, leading actor, and confirmed release date. Plus, the Megan universe is expanding with an exciting new spin-off in development.
Oh, a spin-off? I thought you were going to talk about. I saw the poster at the theater for 2.0.
No, this is a spin-off.
Okay.
Yep, we'll talk about all that and more coming up on today's episode of High on Horror. Interviews, reviews, and the latest news all rolled into one.
Time for Strain Wreck, that segment of our show where we tell you what strain we're getting wrecked on.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. And we got some Bluntiverse.
Oh, shit, okay.
It's also called Blue Universe. It's a 50-50 hybrid strain bred by Dynasty Seeds, mothered by Blue Magoo, and fathered by Miss Universe. That seems like they should be reversed, probably. Bluntiverse inherits a complex flavor profile of blueberry, cherry, and vanilla spice. Its initial effects focus themselves cerebrally. God, I can't say it. Cerebrally. With high flying euphoria that tapers into pacifying relaxation over time. This hybrid may express one of three different phenotypes. One that takes after Blue Magoo, another taken after Miss Universe, and the third that exhibits a balance of each parent's characteristics. And apparently the feelings are euphoric, creative, and relaxed. And let's see. And the negatives, dry mouth and dry eyes.
Oh.
And
there it is.
I forgot to check the reviews, but this one does have a lot of reviews. I just still can't get over the fucking strain named Blue Magoo.
Hey, it works. Sounds pretty good to me.
Here's a good review I saw scrolling through. Definitely hits different, that woo feeling I used to get from listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire albums. LOL. Flows through your body just the way I like it. It's a keeper. Hunt it emoji.
Okay. All
right. So what you got for me this week?
So coming January 9th of 2026, just next year, Soulmate is set to expand the Megan universe.
It doesn't sound like a Megan movie.
In bold new territory.
But I think from the title you gave me, I can tell where this is going.
Well, in Megan, the E is a 3, and in Soulmate, the A and mate is an 8. So Soulmate with an 8 being in the A. But anyway, let's just say it sounds like a steamier, more twisted cousin of the original.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But honestly, you know me, I'm all in. According to Bloody Disgusting, the film centers on a grieving man played by Jesse Radassel, who acquires an AI android portrayed by Aline Sullivan in an effort to cope with the death of his wife. But in trying to engineer the perfect sentient companion, he inadvertently transforms a seemingly harmless lovebot into a dangerously devoted soulmate. The film will be directed by Kate Dolan, known for her eerie psychological horror, You Are Not My Mother.
I don't know that I felt that the Megan universe needed a spinoff, but this does sound interesting, and it sounds just from the title exactly where I thought it was going to go.
I feel like it's going to be like the more darker, grittier, because Megan was a lot of fun.
It's going to be the 50 Shades of Grey version.
Yeah, I'm seriously, no, it's going to be like the darker, grittier, like, okay, Megan, some kids can watch some scenes of Megan, it's always just like a killer AI droid, but I feel like this is going to be the ones that's like, nah, kids, you can't watch this one.
I was also thinking like a grittier version of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but if I'm getting a sex robot, I'm definitely giving it, Scarlett Johansson's voice.
I mean, maybe we'll see some love bots or love making with the robots. We'll see some AI droid smashing. Who knows?
All I thought of
that I guarantee you that android puts it on him. She gonna put it on him. She gonna put it on him, and he ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. She gonna have some speed that no human's supposed to have. He gonna walk away from that needing to smoke 4 cigarettes.
Finally. Finally, it's our time.
Yeah, right, exactly.
What was it? What's the line from Zach and Mary make a porno when he's on the laptop, he's like, "Oh, I'm buying this fleshlight." She's like, "You're not really buying that." He's like, "Oh, you can buy everything with all the bells and whistles, like you're fucking Buck Rogers in the 30th century." But I'm here, like, what do you say, like jerking off like a pilgrim or something?
Yeah, right. No, like you said, finally, it's our time. It's our time. Our time has come.
Anyway,
Like, girls, I got the Sibian. we got soulmate. Anyway, before we go more down the Howard Stern track, let me reel it back in. Okay, so M. Night Shyamalan has officially tapped Jake Gyllenhaal to lead in his next film, Remain, a supernatural romance thriller that marks a unique collaboration with none other than The Notebook's author, Nicholas Sparks. The two co-developed the story, crafting both the screenplay and accompanying novel simultaneously. Yes, you heard that right. Shyamalan and Sparks teaming up to blur lines between love, grief, and paranormal. So here's what we know so far. Gyllenhaal plays New York architect Tate Donovan. I said Tate, not Taint. Who travels to Cape
Donovan's the porn actor.
Don't be giving my secrets away. Okay, so Tate Donovan, who travels to Cape Cod to design a summer home for his best friend, hoping to reset his life after being discharged from a high-end psychiatric facility where he was treated for acute depression. Still haunted by the recent death of his sister Sylvia, Tate is also burdened by her final chilling confession that she could see spirits tethered to the living, a gift she claimed ran in their bloodline. Tate is skeptical until he checks into a charming, historic bed and breakfast and meets Ren, a mysterious and alluring woman who completely disrupts his rational worldview. I said national, I think. Anyway, as the two forge a powerful connection, Tate begins to sense something darker lurking beneath the surface of Ren's seemingly tranquil life. Small town charm quickly gives way to hidden malice, jealousy, resentment, and long-buried secrets that threaten to unravel everything. In a race against time, Tate must confront the truth about Ren's past and about himself if he hopes to save her. Remain explores the terrifying potential of love to transform us, revealing that sometimes what binds us most deeply isn't just emotion, but the unknown. The film is set to hit theaters October 23rd of next year.
It sounds weird enough that I want in. Hopefully this is better than M. Night's last showing. I mean, I guess his daughter's not singing in it, so that might be a plus.
And the fucked up thing was, we loved Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah,
it was like killed it. We're like, oh, he's so hit or miss. He's so hit or miss, right? Like it's like sometimes like, yeah, dude, that movie, like, dude, when his movies hit, they fucking hit, right? Like Signs, Sixth Sense,
Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin. Yeah, like I'm sure there's another one I'm not thinking of. The Visit.
Yeah.
When his movies hit, they fucking hit. But then when he drops the ball, you're like, man, it's like, like, so again.
Lady in the Water.
Oh God, yeah. And
I dipped out. Nicole watched and she liked it. I dipped out like probably halfway through. I was like, this shit's terrible.
The Village. Yeah, he's had some fucking duds, but I really hope that this
Trap.
one. I'm always gonna go into his new movies hoping for the best, because he is regardless of if you like his movies or not, they're fucking technically well made either way. So
M. Night Shyamalan, Nicholas Sparks, and Jake Gyllenhaal, and I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal.
So I mean, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
He and Tom Hardy are like two of my like top actors. I think they're both amazing. But anyway, let's go rambling.
All right, let's get into A Hard Place. That's what she said. So getting into A Hard Place here. It's a 2025 film. It's a fair little backwoods horror flick, part creature feature, part bloody crime thriller. Written and directed by Michael Trainati. I think that's how you say it. It does not fuck around. It stars Rachel Amanda Bryant, Kevin Caliber, Jennifer Michelle Stone II, and horror legends like Felissa Rose, Lynn Lowry, Bai Ling, and Glenn Fether. The movie dropped on April 4th, 2025, and it's just hit in Shudder, where it's nasty, it's sweaty, and it's got teeth. A lot of teeth. This shit kicks off right after a robbery goes sideways. A busted up crew of low-level criminals is on the run in rural West Virginia. You're over there dying. Oh yeah, also I forgot. There's a movie. They're in a drive-in. The only people in the drive-in and I don't understand how the movie's playing. There's like no projector, no box office. It's just a screen
In the middle of a
and
field.
a car. And what's that movie they're watching got to do with the rest of the movie? Nothing. Yeah, it's just there. But yeah, it fucked with me because I went, this movie quality is ass. And then I went, oh, they're supposed to be like,
Yeah, it's
you
just a
don't
movie
know
within
you're
a movie.
watching a drive-in movie for what? Probably the first like 3 or 4
even.
minutes.
Yeah, something like 2 minutes. Maybe be like just 2 minutes. It feels like 4 because it's so terrible. But yeah, then you realize, oh, it's just a movie within a movie. Okay.
It's the kind of place where cell phone signals die and the trees feel like they're watching you. Rachel Amanda Bryan plays Fish, a quiet but brutal enforcer who's trying to keep everyone alive and mostly failing. Kevin Caliber's Hurt is a loudmouth ex-con, always itching for a fight, while Jennifer Michelle Stone II plays Candy, who's coked to the eyeballs and convinced they're being hunted, and for once, she's fucking right. They make for an abandoned church out in the woods trying to lay low, but something's off, way off. The land feels wrong. You don't just hide in these hills, the hills take you. The hills have eyes, you might say.
And thighs.
And thighs. Either one of those films are better than this one, so spoiler alert. Then night falls and the real monsters show up. Felissa Rose plays Henrietta, the matriarch of a backwoods clan that might have once been human generations back.
You said backwoods. I thought you was about to roll up.
Right. Now we got the bong. Oh, yeah. Now they live off the grid, hunting at night, blending into the trees, and they're pissed. But even they're scared of what's coming because there's something older than them roaming these woods. Something worse.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. The Guardians. Why are they the Guardians? They're garden stuff. That's... Anyway, Xenia, played by Lynn Lowry, a ghost in a dress with black eyes and a smile full of fangs. Her brood moves like shadows and tears like chainsaws. No one in the crew seems to see them coming, but when they do, it's too late. They kind of look like anorexic swamp things.
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
bodies start piling up, betrayals too. These assholes didn't trust each other before the monsters show up, and now it's just pure survival mode.
It looked like people just like got covered in Elmer's glue and then just like rolled in fucking leaves and sticks
Like a
and
fourth
split
grade
up and...
art fair project. Okay, I'm seeming really mean, but...
I mean, no, that was a perfect example of what I was saying, yes. Literally a kid's project. Anyway.
Glenn Plummer shows up as Dutton, an old drunk who survived out here too long. He knows the score. There's a war going on in the woods between two ancient bloodlines. I feel like, was this supposed to maybe be a reference to the Hatfield and McCoys? I almost felt like...
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
I lost my place, but does it even matter? Anyway, only ends one way, someone burns. Bai Ling plays Zori, a cryptic woman with her own agenda who offers a fish a way out, but it ain't free. There's a cost. It's a horror movie. There's always a fucking cost. Sadie Katz plays Barbara Brand, a local recluse who's seen this cycle before. She tries to warn him, but it doesn't matter. By the end, it's down to Fish. Everyone else is dead, turned, or disappeared. The creatures are closing in, and she's got to decide to die with the others or become something worse to live. This one doesn't tie things up neat. It leaves scars just like the woods. I guess I can say you have the honor of going first for your review. I have a feeling we're going to talk about the same shit.
You prettied that up in the way that you like described the movie. You did. I want to commend you. Did a very good job of like not trying to shit on the movie.
But I did.
Well, but you took your little shots here and there, but it was professional. So. Here's what I'm going to say about this movie. So,
by the way, this was the cinematic trash I was referring to last week.
Oh, the Wolfman. Yes, the reason that John thinks he liked the Wolfman so much is because...
of how bad this is.
And he watched this first. Anyway, so my thing is, as, you know, I have no problem being honest when it comes to movies. You know, that's my passion. I've always been, you know, I was like Tarantino. I didn't have friends growing up. I watched movies. That's all I did. You know, I escaped my parents fighting, watching movies. It was my escape. I love movies, and I will never take away the effort and the hard work and the struggles of all kinds, mental, physical, financial. I'll never take any of that away from movies. And I think that sucks when a movie is really bad. A lot of people just trash movies and they don't think of like how hard people worked on them to just say such harsh things about them and just rip them apart and just like selflessly just say like the most meanest things about it, because people put so much work into movies. Like seriously, they don't sleep. You know what I mean? Like they don't eat, they get sick over not eating. Like it's stressful. And so like I come from, when I watch movies, even when I don't like a movie, I will particularly be like, I appreciate the effort put in though. I'm not going to shit on this because I know they busted their fucking ass and tried. I don't feel that way about this movie at all. And I'm not trying to shit on it. I don't want to be on here and be like, oh, this movie fucking sucks. It does. But I'm not going to say it like that. My thing is, if I were making a movie and it looked like this one did, I would not have put it out. It wasn't that big of a budget. It ain't like he could have they could have owed people, the financiers, a lot of money. The fact that they got financing to begin with blows my fucking mind, and I can't imagine that it would be hard to pay back because it's made on absolutely fucking nothing. It's so it's like it's literally like a guy. What's the director's name again? I don't even remember the director's name, being honest. I haven't even...
Michael Trinati.
I swear it's just like he just took a camera and was like, hey, let's make a movie about some like makeshift infected characters from The Last of Us who have like some sort of cauliflower head, except these are wavy and flappy because they're made with like paper mache or some shit. But it's like he just takes a camera and goes, let's just direct a bunch of people who can't act trying to act, and let me be somebody trying to direct who clearly don't know how to set up a scene. It's like I'm watching the movie telling my wife, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, put a ladder in that creek and like get a high angle or something. Like I saw nothing special about this movie, so there's nothing that I can praise it on. And if anything, if you're going to put all that hard work into a movie, because I know this probably still wasn't easy to make, and you're going to waste my time making me watch it, the least I can do is be brutally honest with you. I praise Sinners. Sinners was a good movie. I'm going to do the opposite for this because this is the exact opposite. I didn't hear anything. I didn't take away anything from it. It's completely forgettable. No crazy, no cool, inventive camera angles that, hey, I tried, even though this movie sucks. Look at how I was up in the tree for this overhead shot. Nothing. Just straightforward camera angles, one-dimensional characters that are just so stereotypical you don't give a fuck about any of them and you're waiting for them to die. I have nothing nice to say about this movie. I'm giving it a 0 out of 10.
Damn. And I
give it nothing. I don't. You don't get an A for effort for this one. This is a piece of shit of a movie.
I think I might be able to convince you to move it from a 0.
All right.
But
and I love Felissa Rose. This is no regard to her, but she's better than this. I love you, girl, but you're better than this.
Just taking it by review. Ain't even seen it, but
my fault, bro. I just threw that in.
Look, I went into a hard place. I was hoping for something grimy, low budget Appalachian horror with guts. Instead, I got 86 minutes of muddy ass cheeks, Walmart soda, and pointless ass.
Walmart soda, yes. You noticed the Sam's Club soda, yes, or the Sam's Cola. I mean. Anyway.
And pointless ass shots of truck tires spinning in snow like we're watching a Michelin ad. Let's talk about that tire shot. You ever seen a car come to a stop in the snow? You see the car come to a stop in the snow, and we have to focus on the tire sliding like it's the climax of a Fast and the Furious scene.
Right.
Like I was like, why are they showing that tire sliding? And then it cuts back to a wide shot, and it's just them braking like 50 feet from the cabin to like get out and go in. Just why? Unnecessary doesn't even begin to cover it. Like, they zoomed in on that. And then, yeah, the Sam's soda. I don't know if Walmart paid for that product placement, but I hope not. At one point...
I saw that Diet Cola, Sam. That diet...
I saw it, I was like, damn, if I was Walmart, I'd be like, no, you guys can't have our soda.
I don't even remember what we were spoken, but this just fucked me up. But that Sam's Cola can fucking had me and my wife dying. She even said that Walmart soda. And the fact that you brought it up.
At one point, we're sitting in the woods with a character mid-shit and not a square of toilet paper in sight, and then dude just pulls up his drawers like it's no big deal, straight up mud butt in it.
Right.
It's not even played for comedy. It's just there.
Yeah. Straight up
By
mud
the
butt
11:27 mark, I was glancing at the clock like a hostage. Like, I'm serious. I want it out. And there's one guy who looks like he's been awake since the Clinton administration. He has just black bags under his eyes so deep they need FEMA aid. And like, why? There's no explanation as to why this dude just has like black bags under.
Yeah, I thought that was
jet black.
Dude, I said the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is he, a raccoon? Like, what's going on here?
And don't get me started on the Predator.
And they kept zooming in on his fucking eyes.
Yeah,
it's close-ups.
And don't get me started on the Predator logic. One
God.
scene has them smearing shit on their face, like, because they're trying to mask their scent. So just, like, covering it on your face is going to mask the entire scent. Like,
right.
what are we doing here? Felissa Rose does show up, and bless her, gives it a proper go. She actually acts. If this movie had a pulse, it's only because she shocked it back to life briefly with her performance.
Yeah.
I'm tacking on 1.5 stars to my score just for her.
Okay.
That's it. That's the praise, because the rest it's a slog of a bad lighting, worse dialogue, and horror tropes stapled to a wet tree. My final score is 1.5 out of 10. Felissa, you deserve better. We all did.
So you said the same
I'm at
thing
it.
about
So
Felissa.
Technically, I was at 0 with you.
But you're giving it to 1.5
I gave
for
it
her.
1.5 stars just because Felissa Rose did a good job. So that's the rating. It's 1.5.
Let's do it, baby. 1.5 for me too. I agree. I'll give Felissa,
she tried.
I'll
man.
give her wink and nod. She did try, and she was the only thing I enjoyed about watching the movie. Even just her on screen was
she
like,
played the
Felissa.
matriarch really good, really well. I
just
enjoyed
like the teacher in Terrifier 2. She plays a bitch really well. She is really funny as a bitch, you know. But no, yeah.
Like
okay,
she was the only good thing in that movie. Yeah, like
yeah. I'll give her that.
There's just stuff
rotted tooth and all. She was still a baby. I'll give her that.
There's just stuff in the movie that I'm just like, why? And IMDb, do not read any of those reviews except the guy who gave it 1 star and said that it's their friends and somebody called this movie a masterpiece. I could maybe see how like somebody would like it just based on the story of like the tree folk and shit, which I almost want to be like, I want to say that was not explained, but it was just so hard to get through that movie that maybe they did explain it. I just didn't fucking care.
I said right at the end of the movie, what the fuck was this movie even about? So it went right over my head. Like,
and are they supposed to be cannibals?
Dude.
Like, that was my question. I guess they're supposed to be cannibals, but why are they fighting with the tree people? It was
the tree people.
There was some story about, it didn't even make sense, about the one guy was both of them, but he went with them, and I'm like, well, how was he both of them?
I know.
I feel like there's a story and again, what the fuck did that drive-in have to do? Because they cut back to the movie, I think, another time later in the movie.
They do. And I think, obviously that there's the, look at how we did a zombie that looks like the punk rock zombie on the cover of Return of the Living Dead. Like, they kept showing him, and it's like, cool, we got the Easter egg, but make your movie not suck. I'd rather see a better movie than than an Easter egg that's still a shitty attempt at an Easter egg at that. But I remember when the movie started, I was like, okay, this is fucking terrible. Like, this is some terrible fucking cheesy zombie movie. This is going to be rough. And then the camera pulls out, and you're like, oh shit, no, this is just a movie within a movie. Okay, cool. And then I remember like 3 minutes from that, I went, nah, this is still ass. But put me back in the zombie movie. Let me watch that shit. At least there was zombies and gore.
I don't even think even after that first scene where you just think it's really like, damn, this guy had no quality to this movie. Then when they even went to it, yeah, like, I was even like, man, I don't even know about this. Like, even at that point. But this
is one of those movies that, like, 10 years from now, if it's even fucking hasn't completely fallen off the map by then, which I'm surprised if it even gets on the map. But if it hasn't fallen off the map by then, I just know this is one of those movies that's gonna get one of those reactions from me where someone will bring it up, like, yo, you ever see A Hard Place? And I'm gonna be like, huh? I'll be like, A Hard Place? I'm like, I don't think so. And then I'll look it up on my phone and be like, oh, this fucking movie. Yeah, I know this.
It's going to be one of those movies that, like, yeah, like we'll look back in our review catalog. There's been 1 or 2 movies that I've seen, like, when I'm looking through our list of episodes, and I'm like, what the fuck movie was that? I don't remember that.
Exactly.
This is going to be one of those ones, and then, like, you'll be like, oh. And you'll be like, oh, shit. Yeah. But I don't know. It might be so bad that we do remember it. Like, when somebody's like, A Hard Place, be like, oh, that was ass.
Yeah.
See, I can sound like such a hater, but if I was making my movie, I would have people watch this movie, before my movie and then show my movie, and I feel like people just automatically be like, "Oh, this." I feel like I said, Wolfman. I feel like maybe I probably could have put that in the high 6 range. But just after seeing this, and I'm like, man, anything's better than this.
Well, like I said, if I had, knowing me and being a purist with movies, like I've told you before, I'm a snob with movies, I'm a dick with movies, and I'll be honest with you, I take it seriously, I'm passionate about it. And I'll be the first to tell you, yeah, I like fucking Critters, and I like Critters 2, and Critters 3, and I like Goalies, and yes, I like all those trashy, shitty movies, but I don't fucking think that they're great movies, they're entertaining. But as a critic, I'm not sitting there going, like, those are better than the Rocky movies. Like, I take movies seriously, regardless of if I can watch the bad ones or not. And if this were me and I were trying to make a movie, I told my wife, I said, hey, if I'm making a movie and it was this bad, I would only show it to like friends and family. I would maybe put it on YouTube as like my like, hey, I made a movie type of thing. But I'm like, but that's it. And then as the movie went on, I was like, I wouldn't have even fucking showed it to my family and friends. I was like, I swear to God, I was like, I would have been embarrassed to even show it. And the thing is, it's like, I can't believe that if you put this out there for mass consumption, for people to watch, and they're gonna waste their time on it, then you're gonna hear the harsh truth of it, because there was nothing good about this movie besides Felissa Rose.
Oh my god, dude! You were saying like I want to show it to my family, and another movie scene popped in my head from Hot Rod. When they put together the stunt tape and he's so proud of it,
yeah.
going showing and people are just laughing.
Yep, exactly.
God,
exactly.
I feel like we're probably being so unnecessarily harsh on this.
But no, but I'm serious. But I mean,
like, the funny thing,
you didn't show me anything. You didn't show me a single like creative or cool camera angle. You didn't show me any sort of scene setup or cinematography. You literally just looked like you were like, okay, here's the woods. You all stand there and walk towards me while I record you. Like there was no direction. It was, and also let me throw this in real quick. Why the fuck was there so many fucking characters? Like this is what is as a low budget movie,
problem, man.
Bro. As a low budget movie, the whole point is like, remember we've talked about this. Know your budget, reel it in. Had this been the same story but been like 3-4 people, it could have been so much better. But instead we have like 12 characters, and it's like, who the fuck are these people? It's like two main casts. There's like two main casts. It's like, the fuck, this is an indie movie. You don't have the budget for that. Focus on your fucking story. Nobody cares about the characters anyway. It's a waste.
Yeah. One of the things I was thinking about, I remember the other thing now. I remember at one point in the movie, it sounds so bad, and I feel like people are going to be like, damn, he's being really fucking harsh. There was, I swear to God, one part in the movie, I was probably with like 30, 40 minutes left. Or no, because it was only 85 minutes. So it was probably like 20, 30 minutes left. I thought to myself, I was like, did the people, like the actors that make this movie and everybody afterwards go, yeah, we fucking nailed it. I thought about that. Or was it like, were like everybody involved like, yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, they walk. Everybody just like kind of like, you know, hey, that's all right.
Yeah, like I like, damn, because I did that. Now I forget the other thing I was gonna say, but yeah, I was just like, was everybody involved? Like, just like, damn, that's fucking good.
Look, if this
and you brought up how many people were in the cast. I wonder how many people were friends or family.
Probably all of them. Probably all of them. With the main dude with this. Oh god, the barn exploding at the end, and the dude just standing like 10 feet from it, like not affected by it. But him, the buff dude, the star of the movie, he was probably like the only actual actor in the movie. And here's the truth: if you know me, you know how seriously I take this podcast and my movie watching. And when I don't even fucking bother to even know who the cast is, I'm fucking pissed.
Character names.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I had to go back and look up the cast to get the character names. The other thing I was going to tell you is you brought up how many people were in the cast.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just noted it in the credits. I was reading the credits. There was like 8 executive producers on this movie.
Those are all the people that financed it. That's why. Guaranteed.
I was like, so there's 8 people and they couldn't, not somebody could come up with a decent scene in this movie?
My stepdads and moms and uncles and friends and all kinds of
I
that
saw
shit.
that. I was like, God damn, that's a lot of executive producers.
Yeah. If that were me, I would consider, honestly, look, if that were my movie, I would have considered it an epic fucking fail. Honest to God. I would be like, this is not a good outing, Drew, but you fucked this one up. Maybe better on the next one, but I would not have put this out for
and I hope he makes a better movie next time.
Agreed. I hope
we're on here for this next movie and be like, damn, that was really good. Like Spider-1. We did not like Allegoria. Now, it's funny. Allegoria was so bad that I can remember the title of that, but I can't remember the title of the movie we did after that.
Bitch, if it was after, like, you fucked that movie up, ripped that movie to shreds. We interview his wife, Chrissy Fox, like a week later, and praise her movie. And I'm like, dear God, I hope she listened to last week's episode.
He was involved in that movie too. I thought.
Yeah, he was.
But yeah, that one was good.
Yeah.
He improved on his second outing. Hopefully that happens here. I mean, I don't want to. I will tell you your movie's bad, but I'm not sitting here saying I hope your career's a failure because the movie was bad.
Correct.
I hope you come back
from this. Yeah.
With another movie, and we're on here talking about how amazing it is.
Look, expect our honesty. Don't expect our sympathy.
I feel like we were maybe unnecessarily over the top mean, but
Nah, that was 82 minutes of.
yeah, how did I word it here? 86 minutes of muddy ass cheeks, Walmart soda, and pointless ass shots of tires spinning.
In a word, it's tamed.
So hopefully, Michael Trinati, your next outing is better than this one.
Good luck in the future, brother.
Thanks to all the horror hounds and smokers out there for tuning in. And join us next week. We'll probably be doing a review of Clown in a Cornfield.
Hell yeah.
That shit looks good. I'm excited for it. Make sure to follow us online, High on Horror 420, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. Every once in a while we let you know about our OnlyFans.
I was waiting.
I don't think I've done one in the previous couple weeks, so it was about due. Anyway, make sure to keep up with us online. And that'll about wrap her up. Catch you later.
See you next week.